This Japanese soil miracle boosts yields instantly, and if you are serious about gardening, soil health, and real results, this is something you need to understand today. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to Evergreen Garden, turn on notifications, and leave a comment sharing what you grow, because this channel is built for gardeners who want proven methods, not trends. What you're about to learn has been used in Japan for decades to transform weak, tired soil into a living system that feeds plants fast and sustainably. This Japanese soil method works because it feeds microbes first, not plants. The secret behind this so-called Japanese soil miracle is microbial dominance. In Japan, farmers learned long ago that plants do not feed directly from fertilizer the way most people think. Instead, plants rely on soil microbes to break nutrients into plant-available forms. The method most associated with this is Bokashi-style fermentation and the use of beneficial microorganisms, often referred to as EM, or effective microbes. These microbes include lactic acid bacteria, yeast, and photosynthetic bacteria, all working together to rapidly unlock nutrients in the soil. When these microbes are introduced correctly, they colonize the soil, outcompete harmful organisms, and begin converting organic matter into soluble nutrients almost immediately. This is why many gardeners notice faster growth, greener leaves, and stronger roots within days rather than months. Bokashi fermentation turns waste into plant food in record time. Unlike traditional composting, which relies on aerobic decomposition and can take months, Bokashi uses anaerobic fermentation. In practical terms, this means food scraps and organic matter are broken down by microbes without oxygen. This process preserves nutrients instead of burning them off as heat. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and micronutrients remain intact and are made more bioavailable once added to soil. For a home garden example, a simple Bokashi setup can be done using a sealed bucket. Food scraps are layered and sprinkled with Bokashi bran that contains beneficial microbes. A practical ratio is about 1 tablespoon of Bokashi bran for every cup of food waste. The bucket is sealed tightly and drained every few days to remove Bokashi liquid, which can be diluted at a ratio of 1 tablespoon per liter of water and used as a soil drench. Within about 2 weeks, the waste is fermented and ready to be buried in the garden, where soil microbes will finish the job in less than another 2 weeks. The real yield boost, comes from microbial synergy in the soil. Lactic acid bacteria suppress disease-causing fungi and bacteria. Yeasts, on the other hand, release enzymes and vitamins that stimulate root growth. And photosynthetic bacteria capture energy from sunlight and soil heat, producing amino acids and bioactive compounds that directly benefit plants. Together, these microbes create a living nutrient factory right at the root zone. Gardeners growing tomatoes often report thicker stems and earlier flowering when Bokashi-treated soil is used. Leafy greens respond even faster, showing darker coloration and increased leaf mass within a single growth cycle. This is not because of excess nitrogen, but because microbes are feeding plants in balanced, plant-controlled amounts. This method improves soil structure while feeding crops at the same time. One of the overlooked benefits of Japanese microbial soil methods is soil aggregation. As microbes digest organic matter, they produce sticky substances that bind soil particles together. Sandy soils hold moisture longer, and heavy clay soils become easier to work. For raised beds, mixing fermented Bokashi material into the top 15 centimeters of soil at a rate of 1 bucket per square meter can dramatically improve soil texture within a single season. For container gardening, adding 1 cup of fermented material to a 20-litre pot, mixed thoroughly with existing soil, provides both nutrition and microbial inoculation without burning roots. EM soil drenches activate dormant soil life instantly. Beyond Bokashi compost, Japanese growers often use liquid EM solutions to wake up tired soil. These solutions contain the same beneficial microbes but are applied as a drench or foliar spray. A common working ratio is 1 tablespoon of EM concentrate plus 1 tablespoon of molasses per litre of water. The molasses acts as immediate food for microbes, helping them multiply rapidly after application. When applied to soil in the early morning or late afternoon, microbes establish themselves in the root zone within hours. Repeating this application every 2 weeks during active growth maintains microbial dominance and keeps nutrient cycling at peak efficiency. Gardeners using this method often notice improved resilience to heat stress and reduced disease pressure without chemical sprays. This system reduces fertilizer dependence without sacrificing yields. Because microbes unlock existing nutrients in the soil, plants become more efficient at uptake. Phosphorus that was previously locked in mineral form becomes available. And, trace elements like zinc and iron are delivered naturally through microbial activity rather than forced through artificial chelates. For fruiting crops, many gardeners successfully cut fertilizer application by half after 1 season of microbial management. A practical example would be applying compost or bokashi once at planting, then relying on EM drenches and organic mulches for the rest of the season. Yields remain stable or increase, while soil health improves year after year. Disease suppression is a natural side effect of microbial dominance. Healthy soil is quite simply hostile to pathogens. Japanese growers rely on microbial balance rather than sterilization, which, actually weakens soil ecosystems over time. In home gardens, applying Bokashi-treated soil around seedlings has been shown to reduce transplant shock and early-stage disease. A thin layer of soil mixed with fermented organic matter, placed just beneath transplant roots, creates a protective microbial buffer during the most vulnerable growth stage. Long-term soil regeneration starts with consistent application. While results can appear quickly, the true power of this system really shows over multiple seasons. Each application builds microbial diversity and organic matter, creating soil that, actually improves itself. Earthworms return, fungal networks expand, and nutrient cycles stabilize. For long-term use, a simple schedule works well. Apply fermented organic matter at the beginning of each planting season. Use EM soil drenches every 2 to 3 weeks and maintain organic mulch to protect microbial life. Over time, soil becomes darker, richer, and honestly, just easier to manage, even under some of the more challenging conditions you might face. This Japanese soil approach, fits perfectly with evergreen gardening principles. Evergreen gardening is really all about sustainability, regeneration, and, long-term productivity. This microbial system aligns perfectly with those values. It reduces waste, builds soil instead of depleting it, and produces consistent results without dependence on expensive inputs. Gardeners who adopt this approach often find themselves growing healthier plants with less effort. Watering becomes more efficient, pests become less aggressive, and harvests become more reliable. This is not a shortcut. It is a smarter way of working with nature rather than against it. If you found this guide valuable, subscribe to Evergreen Garden, share this with a fellow gardener who cares about soil health, and leave a comment telling me what you want to grow better this season. This channel is here to help you build living soil and a thriving garden that keeps giving year after year.